Hello. It always happens, doesn't it? When you've sown all your pots and your beds and you're down the allotment, you always have something left over, something you would like to get in, but there's no room at the inn. Have you got anything left over you'd like to be planting, but there's no room? I have. Let me show you this. Oh, and by the way, this is compost that has already grown potatoes this year. This is compost that grew some jazzy. I harvested those at 70 days. You may have seen the video. It's the one that I put up quite recently. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to recycle this compost. We like to recycle our compost at homegrown veg and never throw anything out. The only stuff I've got that I can actually add to this to reinvigorate it is some coffee grounds. Oh, smell that. Absolutely gorgeous. Really is. This is Starbucks spent coffee grounds. We'll mix it in and we'll add probably some bloodfish and bone at a later date. But for the time being, this is all I have. So this is all we can mix in. Right. Now we've got our hands dirty, might as well get them dirty some more. How's that? That's a good mix, isn't it? So this is one of the pots that had jazzy in. A couple of inches in the bottom. Let's do another. Couple of inches in the bottom. Okay, well, let me show you these guys. These guys are leftover seed potatoes. The variety is Sarpo Mira. Okay, I can already hear you saying ridiculous. 10-inch pots, Sarpo Mira, main crop potato. Well, what are we going to do? Throw them out or plant them? We're going to plant them. Plant them in these pots, we'll grow them on and we'll see what we get. They're usually a heavy cropper of Sarpo Mira and big potatoes at that. Look at that root ball. Come on. You couldn't throw that out. It's not a potato set, it's a potato plant, isn't it? That's going to fire on. So we'll plant these Sarpo Mira. We'll just pop them in the bottom of the pot like that. Like this. Hold on. Up. And now I'll show you another trick. You've probably seen this trick before, but we're going to cover that. We're going to cover that up with that pot so that we don't damage the top growth. And then we're just going to throw some more compost in that pot. Okay. There's a pot in there somewhere upside down. There it is. We'll jiggle it out, leaving Sarpo Mira behind. How's that? So that's all we'll put in that pot. We'll just 3/4 fill it, and then we'll see how that goes in a few weeks' time. And we'll do the same with this guy. Now, if nothing else, if I get some Sarpo Mira to in these pots, and they're only small Sarpo Mira because of the limitation of the pot, then what we might do is keep these potatoes for seed potatoes for next year. But I don't know what we'll do because I don't know what we'll get. It's the first time I've done this. We'll just jiggle this pot out, shake that in, How good is that? Two pots, both with Sarpo Mira in. Let's see how they go. It's now 5 months since I shot the first part of this video. This is the result of one reveal that I did earlier from one of the two pots, and we got about 2.5–3/4 pounds of Sarpo Mira from that one 10-inch pot. These are them. I put them to one side. I'm hoping to use these as seed potatoes next year. Maybe not all of them, maybe just some of them. But that's from one 10-inch pot. I've got the second 10-inch pot now, and I'm going to drop that and let's see what we get. We are in the first week of November now, and we've had a couple of ground frosts already, so there doesn't seem to be any point in leaving this remaining Sarpo Mira in this 10-inch pot any longer. So let's do it. There are no other potatoes in the garden standing at this point in time. I've harvested them all except this last Sarpo Mira, and I think I've got a fridge potato in a pot, a Winston, that I'm just going to leave in there till near Christmas and see if we can get some potatoes out of that pot as well. Okay, so this is one Sarpo Mira in a 10-inch pot after 5 months. Pot's quite dry, we haven't had much rain lately. What I'll do is I'll pop these in this 10-inch pot, and then we'll pop them back out again when we see what we've got. Not much so far, but let's keep going, see what we get. There's the seed potato. Remember, these pots are not much bigger than a domestic water bucket, so you wouldn't expect to get a lot. And this is a main crop potato, as you know, so it's a bit of a stretch growing them in these small pots, but if you don't do it, how do you know if it'll work or not? The ones that are disappearing off the side, by the way, are potatoes that are not going to make the cut. I can see already that they've started to waste away. Oh, that looks like one for my mate. Here, Mo. Right, I think that's it. Let's have a look at these guys. I think there's probably a pound of potatoes here. We won't bother weighing them, this video is probably long enough as it is. But we'll have a look at them. Okay, how's that? You know, now if you're looking for seed potatoes, hey, what's wrong with that? And that. And that. Maybe eat those two. We eat a lot of those. Maybe keep those two as seed potatoes. I think we're happy with that. And also we've got these ones as well, which you've already seen. So I think we've got £2.5 out of that first pot, and there's definitely a pound there. Definitely a pound. Maybe £1.5. Yeah, let's call it £1.5. And 2.5 out, that's 3. That's £4 of potatoes out there. Oh, we don't want that one. That one's not so good. 3 to £4 of potatoes out of 2 10-inch pots, Sarpo Mira. These are our seed potatoes next year. Now I'll dry these off and just store them, and we'll see if we can get them through the next year and get them back in the pots again. Okay, so this compost has done quite well, hasn't it? It's already produced those jazzy, was it? I think I grew in this. It's already produced potatoes, and now it's produced some more. So that's good, isn't it? Okay, Moll, I think we've said as much as we need to say on this one. So from me and Molly, we're going to look at me. Can you see her? I don't know if you can, Molly. Are you paying attention? From me and Molly, this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.